Hi everyone and welcome back to a new video. Today's topic is being an au pair and having a boyfriend. In today's video, I'm only referring to the situation when you have a boyfriend back home. How are you going to deal with not seeing him for a year, not seeing him for 6 months, depending on how long you're going to be an au pair for? I'm not referring to the situation of meeting your boyfriend in your new country. If you're interested in that topic as well, leave me a comment below and maybe I will make a video like this in the future. So, the first point that I would like to touch on is actually one that I've heard from someone else. There is a girl, her name is Madeline. She has a channel, but she's talking in German. But I can link her channel down below. But when we had a conversation about this particular topic, and especially because she's an au pair in America for 1 year and she has a boyfriend back home in Germany. And what she said is that 1 year compared to a lifetime is nothing. And when you think about it, that is so true. If you think or if you plan to be with your boyfriend for the rest of your life, that is many, many, many years, and 1 year away from him is actually not that much if you think about it. So, if being an au pair is something that you really want to do, a boyfriend should not hold you back. I mean, I've been thinking about this topic a bit before this video, and I guess if you want to be an au pair and then suddenly you meet someone and you throw all your plans away, maybe you weren't meant to be an au pair in the first place. I don't really think that someone who has the life dream of being an au pair for a year or however long, I don't think that you would throw your dream away. Or if you're thinking about that, if it's your dream and you're thinking about throwing it away, think about it really carefully. You shouldn't throw away your dreams for anybody. The person who is the person for you, that loves you, that wants to be with you, should always have your best interest in mind. That doesn't mean that it isn't hard for them if they need to stay back, but if they love you, they should have your best interest at heart, and supporting your life's dream is definitely your best interest. So if you decide to be an au pair and you go away, let's just say for 1 year, how are you going to handle this situation? So first of all, it's a very, very good idea to just sit back with your boyfriend when you're still at home and have a long conversation about how you're gonna do things. And what does that mean, how you're gonna do things? Yeah, you're not gonna see each other, but that's not what I'm referring to. What I'm referring to is, what are your expectations? What are your expectations? What are your boyfriend's expectations? How often are you going to have a chat on Skype or wherever? What is the time difference? What is your schedule? How can you make things work? When is he coming to visit? Is he coming to visit? If he's coming to visit, side note, because I've heard from some au pairs who had their boyfriend visit quite early in the year, that they would have preferred for the boyfriend to come and visit later in the year, preferably like halfway through, like after 6 months, because if he comes after 2 months, I mean, that's great, but then when he leaves, you feel like, oh my goodness, I still have 10 months ahead of me without him. So if he comes after 6 months, then you've already been there for a good chunk of time. You have settled in, and then you have 6 months ahead, and I guess it just gives you confidence that you can do this. Rather than, yeah, if he comes in the beginning, then it's still just such a long way. And I mean, if you can manage for him to come twice, that's even better, but depending on where you want to be an au pair and how far the distance is, yeah, that just depends. And then again, some girls told me that the destination was something they thought through again when they had a boyfriend. So actually, what am I talking about? Let's say you're from Germany, and you have a boyfriend, and you know if you're going to be an au pair in England, it will be much easier for him to visit you, maybe even visit you more than once, than if you were an au pair in America. But there is a big, big but. I think you should be an au pair where you always wanted to be an au pair. So if you always wanted to be an au pair in England, you should be an au pair in England. If you always wanted to be an au pair in Australia or in America, you should be an au pair there. Why? Because you don't want to look back on your life and have regrets. Here I have a very, very good book suggestion for you. There's a book that has really influenced me, that has really, really touched me, and it is called The 5 Regrets of the Dying. I'm going to link it down below. It is an amazing book. I so recommend you read it. But basically, what the book is about is that there are 5 regrets that most dying people have, and they have those in common. And if I remember correctly, I think one is I didn't live. I didn't live. I didn't live the life. Oh my gosh, I didn't live life the way I wanted. Honestly, actually, I'm not 100% sure if what I'm saying is correct, but something along these lines. If you get what I'm saying, so basically, what I'm trying to say is when you are old and you look back at your life, what is it that you have wanted to do? Where did you want to travel? What did you want to achieve in life? And if it is your life dream to be an au pair far away, then be an au pair far away. Then if your boyfriend is planning to visit, or if you're planning the visit together, it is another consideration whether he's coming to stay with your host family or not. Now, here's the thing. I think this is something that you should decide after you've arrived in your host family, after you settled in, after you got to know each other. I mean, this is another reason why it's good if your boyfriend comes and visits you a bit later in the year, because you'll be much more settled. And me personally, I think it's a very, very nice idea if the boyfriend comes and stays with the host family for a few days. Obviously, only if the host family is happy with that. Not every host family is happy with that, but if they are happy, then it's just so nice if he can see the way you live, if he can see the house that you live in, and that he can just be part of that for a little bit. And why am I saying for a little bit? Because, I mean, he's coming to spend time with you. You really want to enjoy this time together. So when he comes, it's a good idea to take time off and to go and to visit another place, and then just book accommodation and just take the whole struggle of accommodation or staying with a host family out of it. And yes, so that is my personal suggestion, but it all depends completely on your situation and what is your situation with the host family. I mean, if they are totally chill for your boyfriend to stay the entire time, then why not? So I think that's why I said arrive, get to know them, and see what the situation is. So maybe he could stay for the entire time. Maybe he could just come for a few days, or maybe he doesn't stay with your host family and you go and you travel together. So my advice is just settle in and then make the decision according to what your situation is. that's it for today. I think a rather short video today, but that's okay. If you have any questions, please comment down below. I'm happy to answer your questions. And if you would like to see more au pair related video, I upload a video once a week, so please subscribe for more videos. And I'm going to see you in the next video. Bye!